Good evening, everyone. My name's Chris Murphy. Happy to be part of this online caroling event. I'm going to start off with a Gordon Lightfoot song I love to sing this time of year, any time of year, really. It's called Song for Winter's Night. Burning low upon my tabletop. The snow is softly falling. The air is still in the silence of my room. I hear your voice softly calling. If I could only have you near to breathe a sigh or two, just to hold the hands I love upon this winter night with you. The smoke is rising in the shadows overhead. My glass is almost empty. I read again between the lines upon each page, the words of love you sent me. If I could know within my heart that you were lonely too, I would be happy just to hold the hands I love upon this winter night with you. Dying now, my lamp is burning dim. The shades of night are lifting. The morning light steals across my window pane. The webs of snow are drifting. If I could only have you near to breathe a sigh or two, just to hold the hands I love and to be once again with you. To be once again with you. There we go. Song for Winter's Night. When I was trying to think of some songs to play, I didn't want to do all obscure songs, but I also didn't want to take up too many of the old favorites, because I know we have some great participation. So I'm trying to keep a blend of some familiar ones and some maybe ones you haven't heard. And this is one. I wouldn't say this is a popular song by any stretch. It's written by the late Stan Rogers. It's called At Last I'm Ready for Christmas. Last Boxing Day the wife went out, the white sails for to sea. In truckload lots bought half-price paper and tinsel for the tree. I packed it up for use this year in a box I marked so plain. That stuff would sure be handy now, but it's never been seen again. At last I'm ready for Christmas, I've even finished the tree. At last I'm ready for Christmas, like I thought I'd never be. With my feet propped up by a nice hot fire and a matching inside glow. At last I'm ready for Christmas, with nearly 2 hours to go. so good when the kids go nuts. It's worth the toil and strain. These kids are only this young once, and they'll never be so again. At last I'm ready for Christmas. I've even finished the tree. At last I'm ready for Christmas, like I thought I'd never be. With my feet propped up by a nice hot fire and a matching inside glow. At last I'm ready for Christmas, with nearly 2 hours to go. At last I'm ready for Christmas. I've even finished the tree. At last I'm ready for Christmas, like I thought I'd never be. With my feet propped up by a nice hot fire and a matching inside glow. At last I'm ready for Christmas, with nearly 2 hours to go. There we go. That is At Last I'm Ready for Christmas by the late Stan Rogers. Okay, I'm going to switch over to the bouzouki now. And I'm going to do a song. This is a song that Turpin's Trail, my band Turpin's Trail, we did an arrangement of. And we incorporated Morrison's Jig into it. And I don't play Morrison's Jig nearly as well as Brian Flynn does, but I will attempt on the Irish bouzouki here. Here we go. This is Christmas in Killarney. Let's try that again. The ivy green, the prettiest picture you've ever seen is Christmas in Killarney with all of the folks at home. It's nice, you know, to kiss your beau while cuddling under the mistletoe. And Santa Claus, you know, of course, is one of the boys from home. The door is always open, the neighbors pay a call, and Father John, before he's gone, will bless the house and all. Our hearts are light, our spirits bright, we'll celebrate our joy tonight. It's Christmas in Killarney with all of the folks at home. The holly green, the ivy green, the prettiest picture you've ever seen is Christmas in Killarney with all of the folks at home. It's nice, you know, to kiss your beau while cuddling under the mistletoe. And Santa Claus, you know, of course, is one of the boys from home. We'll decorate the Christmas tree with all the families here. Around the roaring fire, we'll raise a cup of cheer. There's gifts to bring and songs to sing and laugh to make the rafters ring. It's Christmas in Killarney with all of the folks at home. The holly green, the ivy green, the prettiest picture you've ever seen is Christmas in Killarney with all of the folks at home. It's nice, you know, to kiss your beau while cuddling under the mistletoe. And Santa Claus, you know, of course, is one of the boys from home. The holly green, the ivy green, the prettiest picture you've ever seen is Christmas in Killarney with all of the folks at home. It's nice, you know, to kiss your beau while cuddling under the mistletoe. And Santa Claus, you know, of course, is one of the boys from home. We'll take the horse and sleigh all across the fields of snow, listening to the jingle bells everywhere you go. How grand it feels to click your heels and dance away to the jigs and reels. It's Christmas in Killarney with all of the folks at home. The holly green, the ivy green, the prettiest picture you've ever seen is Christmas in Killarney with all of the folks at home. It's nice, you know, to kiss your beau while cuddling under the mistletoe. And Santa Claus, you know, of course, is one of the boys from home. Oh, the holly green, the ivy green, the prettiest picture you've ever seen. I'm handing you no blarney, no matter where you roam. It's Christmas in Killarney with all of the folks at home. Well, it was vaguely resembled Morrison's Jig. any of those off notes, they weren't mistakes. I was playing it as a slip jig. Okay, what am I going to do for you now? Oh well, I mentioned wanting to do kind of a mixture of familiar and unfamiliar, and I may as well plant my flag on one of the more familiar ones, if that's okay. This is my favorite Christmas carol of all time. This is "O Holy Night." O holy night, the stars are brightly shining. It is the night of the dear Savior's birth. Long lay the world in sin and error pining, till he appeared and the soul felt its worth. A thrill of hope, the weary world rejoices, for yonder breaks a new and glorious morn. Fall on your knees, oh, hear the angel voices, oh, night divine, oh, night when Christ was born, oh, night divine, oh, night, oh, night divine. Led by the light of faith serenely beaming, with glowing hearts by his cradle we stand. So led by light of a star sweetly gleaming, here came the wise men from Orient land. The King of Kings lay thus in lowly manger, in all our trials born to be our friend. Fall on your knees, oh, hear the angel voices, oh, night divine, oh, night when Christ was born, oh, night divine, oh, night, oh, night divine. There we go. There's "Oh Holy Night." I John McClurg mentioned on the thread, he made mention of Fairy Tale in New York, kind of in jest. I'm gonna take a stab at it. I love this song, and because I love this song so much, I didn't touch it for the longest time, because it's one of those songs where the production of the recording, like it's just one of those perfect songs. You just don't want to mess with it. But I'm a glutton for punishment. It is just one of the great songs. I don't say the great Christmas songs, but just one of the great songs in general. Oh, okay. I should mention too that I did make a couple of changes. Some of the lyrics haven't aged as well as they. Well, you probably know what I'm talking about if you're familiar with the song. I generally don't like to alter songs, but just for my own conscience, I made a few changes. Here we go. It was Christmas Eve, babe, in the drunk tank. An old man said to me, won't see another one. And then he sang a song, the rare old Mountain Dew. I turned my face away and dreamed about you. Got on the lucky one, came in 18-1. I've got a feeling this year's for me and you. So happy Christmas. I love you, baby. I can see a better time when all our dreams come true. They got cars big as bars, they got rivers of gold. While the wind blows right through you, it's no place for the old. When I first took your hand on that cold Christmas Eve, I promised you Broadway was waiting for me. You were handsome, you were pretty, queen of New York City. When the band finished playing, they howled out for more. Sinatra was swinging, all the drums they were singing. We kissed on the corner, then danced through the night. And the boys of the NYPD choir were singing Go Away Bay. And the bells were ringing out for Christmas Day. You're a bum, you're a punk, you're an old sodding drunk, lying there almost dead on a drip in that bed. You scumbag, you maggot, you cheap, lousy sluggard. Happy Christmas, you're ours, I pray God it's our last. And the boys of the NYPD choir still singing Go Away Bay. And the bells were ringing out for Christmas Day. Well, so could anyone. I took your dreams from you when I first found you, but I kept them with me, babe. I put them with my own. Can't make it all alone. I built my dreams around you. And the boys of the NYPD choir still singing Go Away Bay. And the bells were ringing out for Christmas Day. And the boys of the NYPD choir still singing Go Away Bay. And the bells were ringing out for Christmas Day. Thank you again. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Thank you, Tracy, for putting this all together. And yeah, Merry Christmas, everyone.